Oh, you can? Oops. Looks like somebody forgot to mute their microphone while they were sitting here doing all their business. Oh, well, if the ghost is up, then hello everybody, I'm here. Oops. Having a little peek behind the curtain. You look at me, I'm not even ready. I ain't got the glasses on, I didn't have the microphone muted, the camera... Oh. Well, that's going to be indicative of the night, isn't it? That's how things are going to go. Oh, gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Good evening, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it may be for you. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're enjoying the tunes. We are on jazz this evening, and everything has been by Harris Heller so far, so we shall see. There also seems to be a little bit of overlap between jazz and chill EDM, but oh well. Never mind. Yes, my furious tippy-tapping away is just me doing all the promotional stuff, getting everyone aware that they can come and spend their evening right here, if that's what they wish to do with their time. But how is everybody else? Clemmy is here. Good evening, Clemmy, but has been called to dinner, so we'll be back. No problem. Enjoy. I hope it's delicious. By the way, not sponsored. Not sponsored by Siren Craft Brew. It's just that's the t-shirt I've got on today. Should probably do need to just clarify that to a degree. Their beer is rather tasty. Well, certain ones are. Certain ones. You don't have to... Don't worry about that. I feel like the more Siren product placement I have, the more I need to emphasise that it's not product placement. It's not product placement. I am not sponsored. They have not given me the... Well, they did give us these, but it's supposed to be a work t-shirt. I'm kind of in the hole now. It's not product placement, okay? I'm not sponsored by Siren Craft Brew. I just have a t-shirt of theirs that they gave us to wear at work. I can't post on Facebook. Facebook's broken, and I couldn't keep my microphone muted at the start. Unbelievable. Oh, gosh, no. I don't want to do that. Who knew that sextuple clicking brings up the dialogue box? Oh well, never mind. Facebook will have to do without. Sorry. All good, how am I? I am very well indeed. I've been feeling really lightheaded all day, which is unusual. Oh, Pretzel Rocks has just said, you are just the best. Suddenly I feel infinitely better. Yeah, I've been a little bit lightheaded all day, and I'm not really sure why. I just kind of woke up and was like... It just felt a bit unsteady. Then I got out of bed and that just persisted, and it's not quite gone away, so... Who knows? I'm sure it's fine. Nothing to worry about. If Siren Craft Brew did want to sponsor me, then we can talk. I probably shouldn't say any more about it, because obviously this is going to go on YouTube as well, and advertising laws and all that. A little bit of Tom Scott chat, but it's not an advert, it's not a promotion, it is not product placement. I just have one of their t-shirts that we were given at work because it's point of sale stuff. I mean, I should probably just cover it up. Just bleep it all out. Okay, there we are. Okay, the YouTube VOD will begin here. Hello, good morning. Can't be faffing with that. It's fine. It's fine. It's not an advert. It's not product placement. It's not sponsored. If you want to buy beer from Siren Craft Brew, then do so of your own free will. However, do know that it is you buying it of your own free will. It is not me advertising it, and I am not responsible for how you may find their product in terms of taste. Also, make sure you're of legal age to actually buy it in your country. Anyways, I think that's enough waffling about advertising and all the rest of it. I think I'm covered. But let's get back to it. So, welcome back to the One More Block server. It is a brand new month. It's March, the 3rd month of the year. Generally speaking, my commitment to this channel is now a nearly formed child. Thank you, Jokobo, for the resub. And at 8 months, it'll be due soon. You get to... You may be the first to have a tack baby. A tack toddler. Oh. I'm not sure how I feel about that anymore. It sounds like such a great idea in my head, and then I said that out loud and I was like, uh-oh. Danger. Thank you very much though for the resub. How are you doing, friend? I hope everything is well. But yes, we are back and doing some work here for them. For whatever. Xavier, our Lord, returns. How are you doing, buddy? Good evening to you. We're going to be doing a little bit of work, and I need to actually streamline what this evening's... What's the point of picking instrumental songs when they have vocals in them? Having said that, this is like a kind of Arabian Nights jazz song. What is this? Oh, I've just seen the title. Uh-oh. Never mind. Yeah, so I've got to streamline the stuff that I want to do here this evening. So, first things first is I need to do a little bit of work in the building here. I want to put some golf carts in the parking spaces. I've got one right here. And then we need to work on beginning to build our first movie set. And I don't know which one to go for. But let me show you around, just in case you're not following on YouTube. You can head on over to there and do a little subscribe action. You'll see that right there. And you can follow on with the Let's Play that I'm doing here on the server, where we're doing all kinds of buildy bits and pieces like this. This music just is not the one. I try and change it up every now and then, but you know what? I just end up going straight back to where we're comfortable because everything else just feels weird. So, I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. So, in the previous episode, I begun to build this road, along with some nice attractive planters in the middle, as well as our site office building. If I can get up on high, we'll try and get an aerial view of this, so that you can see from above. A hydration break, nice and early to get things underway. It's always a good idea. We've got a big evening ahead of us, and it's important to stay hydrated and all the rest of it. So, let's just get up on high so we can have a little look-see. So, we've got the road laid down, some planters as well, and from above our car park looks like a helicopter landing site, I've just realised. This big old H in the middle, but I think it will look fine once we get some more golf carts down. Then we have our site office building, and I'm actually kind of pleased with how this turned out. I am not a modern builder. I don't like this build style particularly. It's not that I don't like it, I'm just not particularly good at building it. Because it's one that I rarely build in. So it's, in theory, something that should get better as time goes on and as we do more and more, but for now I'm just a little unsure of it. Someone suggested in the previous stream about putting movie posters on the walls of things and stuff, so that's what I've done right here. We've got The Running Man from 1987. Quick IMDb search because I don't really know what that film's about. Rather swanky. Didn't realise it was mine. I think that's a compliment. Thank you. It looks great. I think it's beginning to grow on me, and I think the more buildings that we get dotted around and the more populated this place begins to look, the better it will look. But let's take a little look inside. This is my interior, and there is still a little bit of work that needs to be done in here. I did try and do some earlier but got a bit sidetracked. So, modern shelving unit, looking very nice. And then a little bit of cheaty space hogging stuff up there. Giant fish tank, because I was watching a retrospective on Tomb Raider 3 at the time, and it was at the part where you go to London and you meet Miss Sophia Lee, and she's got a colossal like aquarium in her office. So we got one of those there as well. One of the things I wanted to do, I've got some of the warped logs in the background there. I don't know if you can see that particularly well or not, but I've got mostly blue and some of the red. Just because I think that that's quite a nice little backing to the aquarium. And then there's just a couple of salmon idling around in there. I'm realising I never do detailed interior design. It's something I never really went with either. And it's only as time's gone on that I've started doing extra bits and pieces. We got a desk. This chair might be my new favourite thing. Initially it was this chair, the little corner couch. However, this chair may now be my favourite. One slab, 2 signs, a door, and a banner. Gives you a cushion. I think it's great. If I do say so myself. Which I do, because I did. But that's more or less it for the downstairs. I used, for the floor right here, for the floor, I used mushroom blocks. The mushroom stem, because I don't know, it's an interesting texture. I've never used it. I've never collected it before. And I figured it does a nice kind of concrete office floor. And when we've already used the concrete and a lot of stone, and the quartz as well, it feels like it was a reasonable choice. I got rid of the staircase upstairs because I wanted to replace that. One of the complaints I did have is that it's very dark. Like, you come right in here and it's just a face full of dark colours with the black stone, with the aquarium right here as well. So I want to try and change this up, and I have an idea that I want to try out. It involves getting rid of all of these and going with the birch log right here. Tav would be upset, but we're not building this movie studio for Tav. This isn't Tavy wood, this is tacky wood. And as a result, I want to use the birch. And I think that looks much better already. Initially I was concerned about not having the stairs, because I like the angle of descent, but I think just having it as the log there actually doesn't do too bad of a job. I did skin it alive, yes, I'm afraid so. Several times. There's some more down here. But I think that may do the job. I believe this is mob proof as well, all in here. It should be. I did spend a bit of time doing that. And then we have the upstairs office, which we will just pillar up to have a little look at till I can put a staircase in. So, you know me, I love having the inside on the outside. So I've got a small little garden just hidden away in there, which grows out into this top space. Filing cabinet type thing. And then like the El Presidente's desk, if you like, with a map of the space. So we've got the house I'm living in at the moment is just around here. This is where we are, down at the front. I haven't updated it yet with the roads and stuff, but we can do that a bit later. And it actually kind of puts everything into perspective quite nicely. See, we've got ourselves an entire island right here. We follow the coast around. We've got a whole island that we can play with, which is pretty good. I didn't really even realise that before. But we've got ourselves an entire island. And then we've also got plenty of room to expand out towards the back here and even over this way as well. Although if we head over this way, we'll begin to move a bit nearer towards Tav and Jets. So I don't want to encroach on their land too much, if at all. And then I think it's around about this area that we're going to get our tacky wood sign eventually. Heading on out, we've got a little balcony just on top here. Some little seating, a little bit more around the corner here. And then a nice staircase downwards that leads us into the golf cart park. And that's pretty much it. This building took me about 4 days. It took me like 4 days to do because it's not how I build. I don't know how to build that quickly. The house that we're living in, the little wooden stone thing back towards that direction, took me about a day because it's my wheelhouse in terms of structures and it's my kind of interior design as well. this isn't. I want things to look busy and full, but that's not necessarily the case with modern builds, so I need to kind of tweak my outlook on it a little bit. Still, everything's alright. Splendid work all the same. Thank you very much. Holding your mouth open in hands up to mouth in shock. Holding your mouth open in shock is a... What kind of nonsense is that, Bo? Holding your mouth open in shock is something else entirely. Something like that. I also added some air conditioning vents on the side of the soundstage, just because. Small radar tower and another aircon unit on top of the office as well. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I'm aware that's still quite a lot of work. But anyways, I need to think of a way to do some stairs up to the CEO's office. And my thinking on the matter is probably going to be the diorite, maybe some polished diorite instead, or the andesite. Try and keep everything within the same sort of colour spectrum kind of thing. And we'll go from there. I really don't know what I'm talking about. I just sound like I do. Anyway, I've done a whole heap of talking. How is everybody else? Has anyone been up to anything extraordinarily worth talking about? I was going to say exciting as always, but of course, this is... Is it 2021 now? Is it still 2020? Who knows? Whatever year it is, there's no room for excitement. Unless it's for my streams. Ahoy! Nice pivot. So, let's try out the slabs instead. Along with some of the polished andesite and go from there. Don't have a firm idea of how this will go down, but we can at least try. I think the grey will be better than the blackstone will be for certain. Something like that, maybe. Just applied for universal credit. Ooh, how did you find that process? I've not heard the greatest of things about that. About trying to get that approved. Do you know what? With the grey, I think that's okay. I did experiment with having a pillar that kind of comes down the middle to act as a sort of banister. But I'm not sure if there's a way for me to do that how I would like. I think if we were to put that in, then it would probably be a little bit too busy over here. I think having it open probably serves our purpose a bit better. I think it looks nicer. Having it without the pole there, I think it would look just too claustrophobic. Like if I could just use fences to demonstrate for now. But I don't think that's gonna... I prefer it without. We're not going to worry about that. Perfect. That's one thing taken care of. And I am very content with that. Next up, we need to finish off the car park. Just around to the side here. Now, I believe it was Sean put down a little comment on my episode suggesting about a plan for the rear of this building, because ow, goodness me, there's so much badness. I did light this place up, honest. Not like that skeleton. That skeleton's well and truly lit up, but you get what I mean. Trying to do something with this space out at the back here, because it's a bit empty. There's not much going on at the moment, and my first thought was about just carrying on by putting some of the car park around the back here. However, he suggested popping a food truck back here or something similar like that, which is certainly not a bad idea. I do like that idea. So much modernity, it makes me weep. It makes me weep. It makes me weep. It's not my classical style, but it's interesting. You don't learn by doing the same thing over and over. Especially when you're making YouTube series and like Twitch series and stuff. If I do the same thing over and over, people are going to be like, well, why would I watch this new stuff? I could just watch the old stuff, which was infinitely better. you know how it is. The old stuff, it's always better. The new stuff's never the same. It's like you live in the Badlands. I know. It's so bad. So a food truck might be a nice idea. I have no idea how to build one of those. And I haven't really had any further thoughts on what to do. The other option, and I think I may go with that, just because whilst the food truck would fill this space up quite nicely, it does feel like a bit of a off the beaten path area to build it in. So I think we'll get rid of this back door altogether. And I think we could just grow some trees back here and kind of make this into a little overgrown space. And I think I might just do that instead. It's a bit of a cop-out. I'm aware. It is a little bit of a cop-out. But I think that will fit into the space nicely. A smoking area, perhaps. A smoking area? Could do a little smoking area out the back here. What do they look like? They'll just be. Is it just gonna be like a heap of gravel on the floor? Dead trees? I don't know what a smoking area looks like, particularly. I want to work. I could do. Hang on. It would require modifying the inside of the office a little bit here, but maybe we could. Maybe we'll have a path that leads round to here. And then like a little bit of decking. You see, what kind of came to me just then was like, well, I could model it on the smoking area at work. But all our smoking area has is decking. And I was like, oh, although, however, we might be able to make something like that work. Okay, let me get the car park finished first. I've just got to carry on building the wall all the way around first. Park benches and parasols. Okay. I can do something like that, I think. We'll give it a go. What was it you said? Oh, there we are, Sam. Is that? And you must have nice moments of, whoa, that came from my mind brain. In a way, yes. And that's quite liberating, because, you know, I've been playing this game for a stupid length of time now. So it's kind of like a verification, a sort of, yep, still got it kind of thing. It still implies that I always did have. This is definitely not the case. This has definitely been a learning curve. Part of it comes from just watching other people build online. Watching other people's tutorials and stuff is probably the best thing you could do. Like, I can't for the life of me even begin to imagine a world in which I would be able to just build like this without having watched people like BOO, Grian, and all kinds of other Minecraft YouTubers who can build. So I can't take all the credit for all the brilliance that is now unfolding. However, I will happily take some of it. It is mostly down to them, though. No one has to know that now, Nick. Shut up! You did it! This is all you, baby. No, it ain't. Now then. Okay. I think that's our middle. Way off. Way off. I mean, it looks... It's the middle of the wall, but it's not the middle of the car park. That's really irritating. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, well that's what we'll have to do. Praise be to the legendary builders of age. Absolutely. If they weren't good enough to share their skills with YouTube, then all of this would look infinitely worse than it does, and the state of it at the moment is partially questionable. Just want to massage my ego a little bit more. I think all of these could just be turned into walls. I think it also helps now that the game has got so much more variety in terms of its blocks that you can achieve so much more. Obviously it helps having a degree in or a background based in architecture or construction, contractor work, maybe even graphic design, stuff like that. That all helps, of course. But otherwise it's just imagination and trying desperately to make something out of whatever you can throw together, which has been very much my modus operandi when it comes to building. Just see what you can make and hope for the best. Sometimes it'll work out fine. A lot of the time it doesn't. Like I say, the building itself took about 4 days worth of work to try and bring it to a state of looking acceptable. At least more acceptable than it did. Oops. Now I think as the stream moves on, once we're done with sort of polishing this up a little bit, I'm going to pivot towards trying to get our first movie set established in our soundstage there. I wrote a load of them down on the previous stream. We have got a book hidden away somewhere in amongst all the junk I've got over here that details some of those suggestions, so we'll have a little look through and see which one will probably be the easiest to start with, the one that has possibly the least amount of materials to grind, and then we can go from there. Because I think if we start easy, we're not going to get too demotivated when it transpires that we can't do it. So we'll start with something relatively straightforward, and then we can go from there. You know what? I think we could make this just curve around here. How wide is my roadway here? About 7? It is 7, yeah, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That brings us up to here. Which could work. Just like that. That's acceptable. That's kind of my baseline for a lot of stuff when it comes to unfamiliar building styles. I'm basically like, how does it look? Acceptable. I don't know any better. Ow. I haven't got any more slabs. It's fine. You're coming all the way, are you? The other thing I've been having problems with is that my inventory has been filling up so quickly whilst working over here because the amount of materials I'm using in order to get all of the kind of detail on the structure surfaces and things like that. This road uses 6 different materials if you want to include the parking bays. And that's a lot. 7, 8, really, I suppose. We've got the actual road surface is 4 blocks. 2 different ones for the bay markings. Brings us up to 6. Then I've got carpet and glowstone, which is 7 and 8. So much. Oh no, I didn't. We're not carrying the car park over this way, are we? We're gonna have an additional path that carries on this way. That's what we were going to do. So actually, we can probably make this wall a little bit different. Let's put that there. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'll do. Oh, of course you're coming for me. Of course. Now, I may need to disappear at some point in the stream just to let Jay in. He's at work today. And he has done me a favour by leaving the keys here, so I'll have to go and let him in at some stage. But that's not for a while yet. I don't think he's due to finish for another hour or so. But just so everybody's aware. You had garlic bread for dinner tonight? Anything accompanying it? Or was it just a big old garlic bread blowout? My favourite and best kind of blowout, of course, don't get me wrong, but what else? Was there any accompanying dishes? I would assume so, however, you never can tell. Big summer blowout on garlic bread. Can't wait for a big summer blowout. In theory. Whether or not that goes ahead remains to be seen. A side of bolognese. Just the sauce? A big old heap of fingies crossed. Absolutely, I've got them all crossed. I'm relying on everyone having a big summer blowout. Otherwise I'm out of a job. He laughs because he's in pain. I'm not out of a job, but like... Honestly, everybody, it'd be nice if you go spend some money in your pubs. Safely, of course. You know, help us out. And tip your bartender as well. We're missing our summer blowout, so everyone can have theirs. I saw a picture saying something like that. It was like, be nice to your bartender. They're missing out so that you don't have to, or something like that. And I'm like, that's not strictly true. That's not the case, okay? Like, I get it. It's the same sort of sentiment that begins to float around Christmas time, except that one has a bit more relevance. People are like, be nice to your bartenders at Christmas and your servers at Christmas because they're missing out on time with their family, so you can spend time with yours and all that. And that's absolutely true. That's good. So definitely take that one on board. But when it comes to like this time around, when people are going, oh, be nice to the bartender because they're missing out on their big summer blowout so that you can have yours. It's true to a degree, but it's less important. Okay, I'm going to lift the veil a little bit here. Bartenders are going to get their summer blowout because they're going to have drinks after work. And a lot of them. Or at least that's how I am anticipating my return to work will be. We're a bar that doesn't really need an occasion to drink. If someone is, then great. Everyone else, let's join in. Why am I up here? I think I was going to build more of the golf carts, so it's just to empty some inventory space. Where are we? Oh, excuse me. There we are. Fine. The word bolognese has been ruined for me because a friend of mine pronounces the G bolognese. I bet they pronounce it bolognese as well, don't they? Like, pronounces every letter. Silent knight, holy knight. No, wait, that's not the one. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Toss a coin to your witcher. That used to be my I used to have that on my I used to have a donation goal bar until I got rid of it because something felt a bit off about having one. So I got rid of it, but when I did have it, the caption on it said toss a coin to your Twitcher. You can have that. You can have that one for free, fellow streamers, if you wish. I don't know how the song goes, so obviously I can't sing it. But toss a coin to your Twitcher was what I went with. And then, like I say, I just kind of sort of fell out of love with the idea of having the donator goal. I've just gone for subs and follows instead. There we are. Just be nice. It's not hard. A lot of people struggle with it. Believe it or not. A lot of people tend to struggle. Evening, Morgan. How are you doing? I thought you were streaming. Well, how come? I thought you were streaming. Happy to have you here, though. Regardless, don't take that as a get out of here and get back on. Happy to have you here. It's just I thought you were streaming. That's all. Everybody okay? All good? Are you? Fine, except they really punched the G. Disgusting! Bolognese. Sort of was life, but Xbox isn't turning on at all. Isn't? Oh no! Oh, that really sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, friend. Is it a fixable problem? Oops. So I had a realization as I was building this golf cart over here. It's that I can't put it straight up against the wall here because the wall connects to the tyres. So I had to improvise a little bit. Do golf carts have like indicator lights and headlights and brake lights and stuff like that? I've not really thought about it, and I'm not sure I'm prepared to go that deep into the realism. Especially because we're going to be building a few of these. That's why I can't put one down there. So yeah, if I'm prepared to not really worry too much about it. Try again soon, just going to wait it out a bit. That's fair enough, that's fair enough. There we go. Got a webcam now though. I did see on the Go Live notification you got yourself a webcam. Très nice. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I saw you. I saw you drop down. Where you at? Oh, you're there? That's fine. You just stay there. As long as you don't try and come for me. That's all I could hope for. Excuse me. I pressed the double click button. That should have given me that many. Thank you. It wasn't the webcam that caused the... Oh, God, excuse me. Wasn't the webcam that caused the issue at all? I've been incredibly burpy for about the last week or so. I have been burping, I think it's fair to say, relentlessly. And I have zero clue as to why. It's just kind of come from out of nowhere. Da, 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 da. Basically, everything that happens to me now that is not the way my body usually works, I feel like I have to double check whether or not it's a symptom of coronavirus. Because I'm like, uh-oh, I don't normally burp this much. Is excessive burping a symptom? Oh no. But I think I'm okay. Think it's bedrock? Ah. Join us on Java. Yo, Morgan, did I see as well you're doing a 12-hour stream at some point? Or planning to, if the console can hold out that way? That would be awesome. Next week? Oh, exciting. Have you got a day set aside yet? Or are you still just kind of planning out at the moment? Because if it's a day that I am free, I'm a bartender, I'm always free, then I will certainly be there. Can you put the grass bits on just any old block, or has it got to be dirt? You got to put them on grass and dirt. All right, well you can go there for now. We will improve that garden at some point. Don't worry. I feel like a movie studio has got much better kept planters and gardens than what that would have you believe. So don't worry, we will improve it. It's nice to be worried. So the Xbox can handle 12 hours and Wi-Fi as well. That's also gonna be the thing. Are you do you stream over Wi-Fi, or are you wired into your internet? So if you're able to be wired in via Ethernet, then that'll help a lot more than trying to stream over wireless. It'll be on Wednesday. Ooh. I mean, I'm fairly sure I'm free because, as I say, bartenders ain't got a lot to be doing right now. I really like this golf cart design. It's so understated, and you can tell immediately what it's supposed to be. It's beautiful. Maybe we need to get some like controls here. Does a slab look good there as a seat? I think so. So maybe we need to get a slab right here in each of them for a seat, and then maybe a lever on there. Okay, I can do that. I had to go and get a couple of stonemasons so that I could get Quartz on demand, because I'm going through a lot of it. So I need to don't need that. I need to try and gather more of it as much as possible over Wi-Fi. That's when I mean, like, from whenever checked out your streams, your Wi-Fi seems to be able to handle it nice and easily. So I think it's not a case of bandwidth, it's just making sure that it stays on and connected for that length of time. Like mine, even despite being wired in, randomly drops out every now and then. I fall apart, and it's so infuriating. But there ain't much I can do about it. I'm at my internet service provider's beck and call, essentially. Why am I back here? For more quartz, I think, is why we're back here. I can also put those away. I don't need those anymore for now. In they go. Gonna do survival world for a few hours, some Jackbox, and some horror, but still working schedule out. My schedule, the schedule for whenever I've done one, has been changing up until the day. Basically, I can't set a schedule down in stone to save my life. I'm always going, oh, this would be cool. Am I doing this for too long? How about this? Is this too many games? I don't know. Wi-Fi is good, never really have issues, it's just the Xbox. Dang, Microsoft. Shouldn't say that too loudly. Microsoft are in charge of Minecraft. Microsoft are benevolent overlords, overseers, and wonderful, wonderful career enablers. Your due diligence is greatly appreciated. Right, let me gather some more emeralds. I don't particularly need them, but we may as well whilst we're here. Give me that, give me that. Because then at least this way, I know that I can afford as much quartz as I like. And that's a great place to be. I have also just got too much tradable commodities at the moment, so it never hurts to just lighten your storehouses a little bit. That's all I'm doing here. Perfect. Thank you, gentlemen. I was thinking of a certain game we all know and love to play, just for the laughs. Uh-oh. That has a vaguely ominous air about it. Boom, Microsoft. Yay, Nintendo and Sony. Although Nintendo have been doing some pretty bad business recently. Huge fanboys, can't help. I get it. Oh, we've hit level 50! Wahoo! Oh, the problem with the stonemasons is that they just don't sell you enough quartz. I mean, they're doing it for cheap. Like, I absolutely zero complaints on that front, but there's not enough of it. And their terracotta trades are rubbish. When am I going to use these? I don't know. We'll find a use for them maybe at some point. Maybe we could make that like a secret goal for the base, is to have used at least one of every single block at some point around the base. I saw like Nintendo had their like Pokemon announcement. I don't really know what it was. Like, was it essentially new Pokemon games or remasters of Pokemon games? Let's not get political now. That's true. Let's not get political. We don't need that. We don't need that. Even video game politics. Unless we're playing Democracy or Civ. And we're not. Yet. Could we in future? Possibly. Problem with those games is they're only, I think Democracy and Civilization and those kinds of games are only really streamable if you're doing them in tandem with somebody else. Oh, I can't make levers. Well, let's just go and gather some wood manually rather than flying back to the base. There's a nice looking tree. We'll go for that one. But yeah, I think you need somebody else to make Civilization work, because I'd quite like to play Civ. But you can't really do it with just one of you. There needs to be the banter back and forth, I think. And I was looking into doing Democracy 3 for quite a while. One of my friends was interested in joining me for a stream, but then everything happened. Oh, I did put slabs in here anyway. Oh, turns out I'm a secret genius. Past me is a secret genius. Okay, well, I forgive myself. But yeah, he was interested in doing a Democracy stream. So we could maybe look into that at some point. For anyone who doesn't know, Democracy is a game where you basically get to run your own country. The aim is to stay in office for as long as possible without your election, without winning. Stay in office for as long as possible by winning as many elections as possible and by not being assassinated or overthrown by paramilitary groups. And it's a very deep and in-depth game. It takes a lot of time, and I think the problem that Democracy would suffer with is that on your own, could be quite dry. In fact, it can be very dry. But if you got somebody else there alongside you to riff with and have a laugh with, then I think the game probably comes into be a bit more of a streamable game. But that's a long ways off yet. We haven't got to worry about that. I've still got a clear space in my schedule when I've got heaps of other things planned. Did you know, for example, that this year, in October of this year, in fact, everyone's favourite video game heroine, the one and only Ms. Lara Croft, she turns 25 this year. Well, she doesn't turn 25, but the Tomb Raider franchise turns 25 this year. Which, for a bit of a fanboy like myself, I say I'm a bit of a fanboy. I haven't played any of the rebooted games. The most recent Tomb Raider game I played was Tomb Raider Anniversary, which was part of the Square Enix reboot. No, Crystal Dynamics reboot. But I played a whole heap of the classic games. 2, 3, 1, The Last Revelation, Chronicle. In fact, all of the classic games. All of the core design games. Tomb Raiders 1 through to 6 I played. And then 2 of the Crystal Dynamics reboot. That's Legend and Anniversary. But I've played none of the recent trilogy. I have got one of the Tomb Raiders, one of the recent Tomb Raiders on Steam. I got it for free. And so at some point, because Lara Croft has been was such a mainstay of my childhood, I would watch my dad playing Tomb Raider before I was old enough to play it, and then when I was old enough to play it, I would spend ages running around the house because I was too scared. Whoa! I sleep so often in this game, I'd forgotten that these existed. And because we're on a multiplayer server where it only takes one person to sleep, phantoms haven't even been a threat for so long. I forgot they existed. Where'd the other one go? Oh, he's here. He's still here. He's doing his business. We'll just hang out under here for now. Oh! But yeah, like I say, she was such an integral part of my childhood growing up. I would watch my dad play the old games before I was old enough to, I would always spend ages running around the training level in her house because I was too bad at the actual game. And it was just really, really... They were brilliant games. They were freaking brilliant games, and I won't hear otherwise about them. Don't get me wrong, like, as with every video game, they had their flaws. However, for the most part, they were incredible. And I won't be told otherwise on that matter. So I would like to potentially at some point maybe possibly do Tomb Raider. Depending on popularity and whether or not people want to go for that, I would like to do all of them. I'd like to do all of the Tomb Raiders. Every single Tomb Raider that has ever been released on PC is available to buy on Steam for about 120 quid. Which I could get down with. I'd maybe need to set a paycheck aside 1 month just to make sure I can cover it, but like that feels like a pretty reasonable deal to me personally. So it's definitely on the cards, is doing all of the Tomb Raiders. And that's why Democracy 3 is not going to be played for a while, nor Civilization. Because then I've also got... You guys have been putting requests in as well on the Discord for games you would like to see. You can come and hang out with the Tack Pack here. And I'd like to get around to some of those as well. New Pokemon Snap game, remake of Diamond and Pearl, a new prequel game, Thumbs Unknown. Was there not like a new augmented reality game or like an RPG game that they released as well? I seem to remember being shown a trailer for something like that, and my overriding opinion was that the trailer looked rubbish. Like, not in terms of the actual game, but like in terms of the quality of the trailer, it just looked it was too early to release the trailer. She's in my heart. She really is. The first reboot stuff was really good, just never got around to the second or third. That's the thing, like, so... When it came to... Welcome back, Lemmy, by the way, as well. How is Minecraft going? We're doing okay. We're doing okay. We're getting there. We've been building some pretty things. And now I'm just kind of hiding out. I say we've been building some pretty things. I've built 4 golf carts. So, we're getting there. Slowly. Tank controls are pure trash now. Yes. Game controls have gotten much better since those days. However, and this is where I think the problem with doing the series may arise, is that as I said, I absolutely adore Tomb Raider. And that may be to my detriment. I may be looking at the games through rose-tinted glasses a little bit. And so part of me would be afraid to go back and revisit to find out that they're just absolute garbage. And I have a feeling that some parts of the old games may kind of do that. However, I think the newer games may have more scope to do that. And I'll tell you for why. The main reason why I've never played the older Tomb Raider games. Oh, sorry, not the older ones, the newest ones. The reason why I've never played the newest ones is because I just don't like what they've done to the character or the story. Retconned the entire... Or it feels like they've retconned the entire canon and backstory that was established however many years. Lara Croft has like 3 different timelines. And, I mean, admittedly, the developers for each timeline have done us a solid by keeping each timeline concise to its own game series. So Lara Croft's backstory in the Core Design games is what it is, and then in the Crystal Dynamics games they don't blur the backstory with the Core Design franchise, and Square Enix don't blend the backstory with the other two either. So I can appreciate it on that regard. However, I prefer the older backstory to what Square Enix has done to it, where they've turned her into, where it was the kind of like, she used to be an ordinary woman, and now she has to learn how to fight for survival. And then that fighting for survival out in the wilderness is what led her to become interested in looking for tombs and stuff. I just don't buy into it all that much. And so that's what poses the issue for me. And also the style of gameplay. It came about around the time of like The Last of Us kind of gameplay, where you had to just walk around, try and find bits and pieces to make your weapons and stuff like that. And I think that's not what I want in a Tomb Raider game, personally. As daft as the previous games were, and as much as people would probably raise an eyebrow at them going, what? Why are there just random ammunition packs and health kits littered about this ancient Chinese temple that hasn't been opened for years? I get it, massive plot hole, but I think it's a far better game design choice than just dropping you into the middle of a wasteland and then you've got to put bits of animal hide and oil that you've found to make a weapon or something. It's just not my style of game, and that's why I've kind of kept away from them. Having said that, maybe I've kept away from them so much that my opinion of them is actually kind of misinformed, and I'm prepared to admit that. I'm prepared to find that out. But I don't know, it remains to be seen. The newest Tomb Raiders don't feel like they have that much raiding of tombs. You know? I seem to remember it was like one of the recent Square Enix ones where everyone was like, you've called it Tomb Raider, but there's no tombs? What's going down? And so in their follow-up game, they basically done exactly the same thing, but said, here's a bunch of optional side tombs you can go out and explore. If you want more tomb raiding, here it is as an optional extra. That's not Tomb Raider. Call it Canyon Explorer, if that's what your game is about. Don't drag my Lara through the mud. Oh. Anyway, got off on a bit of a tangent there. Let's catch up. Clem, making a video? The process looks strange. What process? Building golf carts? What video are you making? Did I see the latest films? No. So, the last film that I saw was The Cradle of Life. Angelina Jolie's films. I really enjoyed Angelina Jolie's films. The Angelina Jolie... Oh, it's really difficult to type and talk at the same time. Yeah, I really enjoyed the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider movies. I think, certainly in the first one, she captured Lara Croft really well. I seem to remember that The Cradle of Life was just universally panned and that it was a rubbish movie, which is fine. I don't really remember too much about it, so I can't possibly comment on it that well. But the first Tomb Raider film with Angelina Jolie, I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed it. And I really enjoyed how they used the mansion from those films as the basis for the mansion in Legend. If I send you a picture, can I look at it? Yes, I can. Now on stream or afterwards? I also can as long as it's not copyrighted. You know, I don't want a DMCA on me. And it's possible they could be. The DMCA got onto me. Well, not the DMCA, but I got a copyright claim on the Portal live stream because of the Still Alive song at the end. Which I thought would happen. I thought that would be the case, but, you know, never mind. The new one is more in line with the later games. Pretty okay. I would want to play the games before watching the films, I think. Just purely because the games are more special to me. The games are where my heart is. And so I don't want to necessarily tarnish it with the film beforehand. If that makes sense. Like Tomb Raider 2 especially. Tomb Raider 2 is, in my opinion, the best one out of all of the ones that I've played. It's probably the most difficult. I think most people tend to agree that it would be the most difficult. But I certainly think it was the most fun. It felt like it was the one that was most centered around raiding tombs for me. The whole idea of raiding tombs is traps and ancient civilizations and stuff like that, and that one felt like it nailed the aesthetic and the vibe of that the best. Whichever you'd like, but if you can just take a little look at it, it's just a screenshot from the process of what I'm doing. Ooh. Yeah, I can do that. I can have a little look here. I'll have a look after stream though. I'll have a look afterwards. But feel free to post it. Either send it direct message, or if you want, you can pop it in the Discord. It's fine. Will do. Okay. I've been working on these golf carts for ages now, and the golf carts themselves are finished. But I think we now need to begin to look at building some movie sets. That's what we're here to do this evening, or to at least try and get something underway. So I think we should probably try and get something underway. Feel like I've been spinning my wheels a little bit, so we should probably try and move on and actually do something. I'm going to disappoint you now, but I don't have any feelings for the older Tomb Raider games. The mansion was fun, but that was the only thing I liked. That's absolutely fair. I could see why. I think the mansion levels were really fun. Like I say, I would spend ages just pottering around in there. There were so many secrets and things to find, and that's what made it exciting. You would go in there and there would be doors that wouldn't open, and you'd be like, now I need to work out how to open that door, and things like that. And I think it's a great it's a great gameplay design, actually, to firstly provide like an optional training level like that. You haven't got to play it, it's just accessible from the menu should you want to play it. That's a great idea, straight off the bat. And not only that, but to then include some hidden secrets and incentive to actually play it, even when you know how to play the game. I think it's a really great idea, and how they did it as well is really, really good. For instance, like in the second one, in her bedroom, there's a cabinet, or there's like a locked door, and there's the keyhole next to it, but you never find the key. And you're like, right, well, how do I get into the key? How do I get the key to get into the cabinet? And then as you wander around the house, you notice there's another doorway, and you're like, okay, well, how do I open this door? the key to the locked cupboard's got to be behind this door. How do I open this door? And then you find there's the hedge maze in the garden. You go into the hedge maze and there's a button in the middle. You press the button, the door opens. You're like, yes, there we go. Then you realise that it's on a timer. But so you've got to do it quickly. And then when you actually get in there, you find out that the key isn't there. And you're like, oh, okay. But then there's another door that doesn't open. So you're like, okay, well, the key's got to be in there. How do I do it? You do a quick online search and you see that someone says, if you beat the assault course outside in under a minute, then you can get in there. And then try as you might, you just can't get your best time underneath 1 minute 10. And then you just get really demoralised. And then you find out that in the very last level of the game, you get given the key to open the cabinet. I may or may not be drawing on past childhood trauma. I'll leave that to you to decide. Clemmy, well, I can explain it. I'm working with a custom background and a walking cycle, which means I have to add multiple images of the same character in different poses to create a seamless walking animation, which means right now there's currently just a yellow line across the whole background with the same character. She's wearing a yellow raincoat. Oh, so it looks like she's melting across the screen. Jay, hello Jay, good evening. How are you, buddy? Sounds very specific. Like, that is a very specific case for me, but it's also a good testament to, like I was saying, about how well designed those tutorial levels were, in that it was just an optional extra. But yet there was reason to go there. In Tomb Raider 3, the hedge maze has gone, but it's locked. So where's the key for that? Well, you have to solve a different puzzle to get into a different room, and then you find the key, and then you get out there, and then there's a quad bike track? What? Like, I think it's... And then they really lent on that for the Legend house, where the whole house was basically a whole heap of collections of puzzles and riddles and stuff. And I just think that's a really great way of bringing players in. And I think modern games would do well to do stuff like that. Anyways, we need to have a little think about what we're gonna build in our very first soundstage right here. So here's the space that we have to work with. Bad day? Oh man, no. Another one? Sorry to hear that. Well, frustrated. That's unfortunate. Are you finished though? You're on your way back? Just so I know to keep an eye on my phone for when I need to come let you in. So here's the... Oop, scaffolding, behave. Here's the space we have to work with. And we want to get a movie set in here. Just got changed and walk into the car. Not a problem. Let me know when you're outside and I will come and let you in. So here's the space we've got to work with. And here are some of the movies that we've come up with. So we got a campsite from the Blair Witch Project. A campsite would be quite easy to do. The Roanoke house, I think we should do outside. We don't have to put everything inside a soundstage, and I think that would be a really good thing to do, is to have outdoor sets as well. So the Roanoke house might work quite well for that. Is there food? Jay, you take me for... Yes, there is food. Unfortunately, it is just chicken pasta and sauce, but there is food. So, worry ye not. You are fine. House? What about house? Or are you saying house? We haven't actually got medical drama written down here. So I can put that. Medical drama. There we go. It was mostly because we had to use up the chicken. Chicken pasta. I want some. Chicken pasta and sauce sounds delicious. It was alright. It was delicious. It was just like a kind of mixed pepper, tomato sauce, pasta, some chicken I cooked up. Little sprinkle, a little salt bay of basil. That's about it. The opening track from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Feels like it would be quite simple to build, but it would be phenomenally detailed. I think, is the problem with that. So I'm going to put that off for a little while. Titanic is going to be huge. We'll need a bigger soundstage for that. Jurassic Park, we could do. Star Wars. Operation Overlord's going to be a big one. Castaway, again, feels like an outside set. Pride Rock, that's got to go outside. Oh, the piano scene from Big. We could do that. That could be nice and easy. Privet Drive, that's got to go outside. The Avengers Tower, a school scene, we could do that inside. A spaceship bridge would be quite cool. I don't know. Is there anything anyone wants to decide particularly? Anything? Now here's the... Ideally, I think we want to work with everything kind of on the far side of the iron door here. So really, we're probably looking at this space right here. And then behind us is... Oh, behind us here is where we're going to put whatever we're going to be using this building for in-game. So farms or what have you. So Morgan says Rocky Horror. We could probably do that. I think like the scene once Brad and Janet, once they've come up the elevator. You know the bit I mean? They've come up the elevator and then they're in the room, and then they've got Rocky in the water tub. It's got the ramp that leads up to the mezzanine. That could be quite easy to do. That'd be easier than doing like the ballroom where they have the time warp dance. I think so. I think we could do that. We could do that in this bit. We could build another soundstage for the other part. Okay, let's do that. Let's go Rocky Horror. The downside is that we may need to do some resource grinding to try and get this figured out. So, let's return to my main storage room down here. I'm going to get a picture of the set. Hopefully. Here we go. Good old browser. So... What? The problem... the other problem is that I want like a kind of wide shot. Rocky Horror Lab Scene Movie. Let's do that. Oh, actually, this could work out quite well. I think we might have something to work with here. Haha! Okay. Okay, I think I can do something. So, first things first, I think we're going to need is probably... We should get some sort of elevator in, because they arrive via elevator. So we can get one of those in. Do iron bars connect up to walls? Does anybody know offhand? I have got some walls here. Let's try this. Ah, they do. That's gonna help us out a lot. Okay, great. So, just trying to think in my head. The white terracotta is actually going to be very useful here, because the white terracotta has got this sort of vague pinkiness to it, which that scene, like the walls in that scene, have. And fortunately, I've got a stonemason who trades in white terracotta. There was me saying that their trades weren't very good. Turns out, this genius right here... Let's get some more quartz while we're here. This guy right here is going to be our Lord and Saviour, and he didn't even know it. That's fantastic. I think we're also going to need some of the redwood from the nether. Just because there's a lot of red railings and trim in that scene, so I think I'm going to need to pick up a little bit more. I've got plenty of terracotta. I can make my own as well, so that's okay. Right, let's head on over. Let's head to the nether. I'm going to grab some more redwood. And then we should be able to begin working on building. Morgan, I'm just going to cancel Minecraft tonight as it's just not working at all. Oh, man. No Man's Sky, though? At least there's alternatives, though, right? At least you can still stream. Oh, I'm looking forward to getting this established. And the thing is as well, it's kind of like Sam said earlier. You've just got to... It's nice to kind of watch it come together, almost. And you can go, my brain came up with that. Good job, self. You know? So I'm hopeful that it does transpire into something that looks kind of like what I want it to. Can I just say how impressed I am that you've done all of this in survival? That's very kind of you to say. I'm really impressed with the front. I actually, although I've said I'm not yet warmed to the style of our visitor's office. As a whole, that little front section I really, really like. If I may be allowed to blow my own trumpet somewhat, I am really, really happy with how that front bit has turned out as a whole. And I'm excited to kind of keep working on it and keep on getting it to expand. We just need to hope for some glorious success now. Blow away. Oh, excuse me. Should have bought my... Can I give him a golden carrot? Will he leave me alone if I give him a gold carrot? Sir, enjoy. There you go. Oh, yeah, look at that. He's distracted. Go on, you know you love it. Did he give me a gift? You didn't even give me a gift. Get out of here. I thought they were supposed to give you gifts if you gave them gold. Oh, well. Never mind. But yeah, I had a job once where one of the people who was running a training session said, make sure that you blow your own trumpet loads because no one will blow it for you. So blow your own trumpet. And it's definitely tried to make it sound ruder than it was. It was like, make sure you give yourself a good blow because no one else is going to give you as good a blow as you. Something like that. Whilst we're here, we may as well take down some of the trees as well. You know what people say. It's very bad practice to leave floating trees, and that counts for the nether ones as well. Just because the quote-unquote leaves don't decay doesn't mean you shouldn't tear your trees down. Blow yourself as often as you can? Absolutely. No one knows you better than you, so make sure that you treat yourself to you every now and then. Hydration, posture. Oh, let's do it. I'm definitely in the market to be getting some more foliage around the base as well. I can't do custom trees all that well. We've got the like the small little bushes in the planter at the front of the base, but beyond that, custom trees are not my bag. So I would like to also maybe try and pick up some mushrooms, some nether mushrooms specifically, so that I can try and build some custom trees, because I have a strategy for being able to do so. It's not foolproof. It does still require a little bit of work, but it's much better for me than trying to build a custom tree manually. Because the nether trees grow in really weird shapes. So what I tend to do is plant one of the nether mushrooms, give them a bit of bone meal so that they grow, and then replace all of the nether leaves with overworld leaves, and replace all of the nether logs with overworld logs. And sure enough, you get a mildly custom looking tree. Just takes a little bit of your own intervention to sort of fill in some of the gaps. But otherwise, it's pretty good. Don't you have to remove some ribs to do that? I have heard that that is a requirement. However, I don't know anyone personally who can confirm or deny that. Excuse me. The only person I know of who even went anywhere near apparently being able to do something like that, I can't really talk about now because they're under investigation for indecent charges. So, I guess we'll never ever know. I could do with some more nether quartz as well, actually. I broke all of mine before I realised that I could get my stonemasons to trade them. Great. Okay, I think that's probably going to do us for the time being. I've got just about 2 stacks of the red logs here, which is definitely going to be enough for what we have to do for right now. Should I mean, this quartz is right here, so, like... I'll just take a moment. Otherwise, you just know one of the other blockheads is going to come over and take it. Finders keepers, suckers! Beautiful. Oh, there's some more! Can you just let me leave? Okay, we're good. Let's get out of here. Take me home. Where is home? Home's over here. Can I make it without using a rocket? Oh, I think we might be able to. Oh, easily. We can even glide over the piglin's head and just let ourselves out. Too slow, Captain. See you later. Oh, he followed me! Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Dang it! Oh, that was like 50 levels lost there as well. Oh, rip. Rip, rip, rip. Thank you for the sympathy bits. Oh no, everything went through to the nether, including the piglin as well. Shouldn't have goaded him. I rested on my laurels. And that was what went wrong there. Fortunately, I have a crate full of diamond gear that I can just throw on for instances just like this one. And we can go and end it. Thanks. Dang. I hope that everything's safe. Should be. Like, even if everything exploded out. Oh, he's wearing it all! No way! He's got it! Oh no! Oh, well that's unfortunate. He picked everything up. Phew, okay. Well, that's fine. We did get everything, but dang. Forgot they could pick stuff up. He picked it all up and was wearing my armour, he had my sword. That could have gone a hell of a lot worse. It had the scope to go infinitely worse than it did, so we could just count our lucky stars that everything transpired relatively smoothly. As smoothly as it could have done, given the circumstances. I have more white terracotta here. I knew I had some knocking about. 1, 2, 3, 4. That I don't need anymore. Take that. I haven't got enough room for all of this stuff, though. Well, look, this isn't a stream for sorting out my chests. That's something for me to do on my own time. You guys don't need to see that. That's dull. And it's just turning to nighttime. Wonderful. Let me sleep! Let me sleep! Oh my gosh, look how the sun sets perfectly in that crevice in the mountain there. That's incredible. How have I never noticed that before? It just sets perfectly. It just nestles so well. It's the small things. Just isn't my day. Now the internet is bad. Morgan. That's unfortunate. You tried turning it off and on again without wanting to sound too facetious? Now, can I perchance purchase a little bit more white terracotta? Because that's absolutely nowhere near enough. Absolutely nowhere near. Oh good, he will let me buy more. That's exhausted that. Hopefully he refreshes his trades at some point. Doing that now, but can't. No, you can't stream on data. No. That ain't gonna get you anywhere. Okay, well, look, I've got some spare terracotta back over at the sound stages anyway, so we can make plenty of our own. Now I'm gonna need my crafting table. Where did I put it? Here it is. So you need to come with me, especially if you want to live. Anything out of here? I'm gonna need some white dye for sure. The black stonecutter I'll need. Give me the terracotta. Plenty more of that, thanking you. Did I check in here? Yes. Don't need anything out of there. So, let's try and get some sort of perspective. I ain't gonna need anything out of there for the time being either. Okay. Let's begin. Now, my first question is, is there redwood fences? There is. It's more of a pink wood though. Can you get red? Oh, you can out of the red nether bricks, I think. That that may have been better than the crimson stem, because that's definitely more of a pink. Okay, well, we'll have to think about that. Can get red nether fence. Yes. I think that may be better. Maybe we'll need to look into getting some of the red nether brick instead. So, irrespective of that, first things first is we're going to want ourselves some of these black stone walls of varying shapes, sizes, and gradients. I'm also going to need some more iron bars like that. Where's the middle of this building? It's got to be in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I feel like it might be about here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right, okay. Never mind. I have got it sussed. So, exciting times. So, here's what I'm thinking. If we go for... This is going to be the elevator right here. That Brad and Janet would come up to get into Frankenfurter's lab. Do you know what? I'm actually really excited now to keep working on this. Now that we've begun on a set, this is actually quite exciting. I need more iron though. I can do that. That's fine. I have got plenty of that, thanks to J Stark's shop. At least I did have. Where's my iron? It's down over here, I think. There we are. Give me that. So I think this has got a... Should have bought more scaffolding as well. So this has got to go up to maybe about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has got to come up to probably a little bit higher than that. That should probably do us on the iron bar front. I think we go up to 5, and then we can put a roof on top of the lift. Also, going up to 5 means that I cut the perfect amount of walls first time. Please hold your applause until the end. Now. We maybe go like that, I think. Because then I think what we have is... Oh, yes! Brain is firing on all cylinders. Or at least all remaining cylinders, having not worked for a year. All remaining cylinders, brain is firing on. So we're going to repurpose the stairs. Ah, the only... Yes. Yeah. So, repurpose the stairs that I took from the office. Into something like that. And then this is gonna... Then I need an elevator floor. I need a good idea for an elevator floor. In the meantime, just give me... Is that how I make chains? Yes, it is. You guys are gonna love this. Just grab some chains. Oh, just like a functional lift! We got ourselves... Don't! Ah, yes. The thing is as well, not that I'm gonna aim for this, but I can also get away with doing lazy work because we don't need to. It's a set, right? We only need to build what the camera will see. So I think this is going to have to be the ceiling, just above this chain here, and we can build an artificial ceiling in here, I reckon. And we could probably use it in a different way. However, top banana. That's what I'm talking about. I was telling my mum about this mythological thing called the Red Thread of Fate, and how it was sweet and cute, and she suddenly goes, "That'd be quite terrible though. Imagine only having one single person to love. And what if they're mean and abusive?" So, thanks Mum, I was trying to tell a nice story. Let me get this on the roof. Sorta. Moms have their ways. That's true. They're only being protective. 8 more slabs. We come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. It's a Rocky Horror reference. Seems appropriate given how we're recreating the set. I see you shiver with anticipation. Now, I need to have a think. What kind of floor would the elevator have? Would it be? I don't really want it to be more blackstone. We've already got quite a bit here. And I think I've got to put a little bit more just around the bottom here. Some kind of metal. Yeah, I guess it would probably be like a metal floor. I see Morgan saying netherite. No. in the words of Bugs Bunny, no. You know what? We could probably get rid of that and put an end rod in there to give us some light. Let's I have got iron. Let's just see what we've got in here. I don't hate it. I don't hate that, but because the other thing I'm trying to think of as well is whether I need to put something on the inside of the elevator, like an interior wall. And so we could just use carpet to give it the colour. Could use carpet, yes, fair point. So I was thinking about, do we need to put this in like an interior elevator wall? But that looks terrible. It's really busy. It connects to everything and all that kind of stuff. So we won't do it like that. Or maybe more chains just in the sides here, but then it also just gets rid of the elevator. You know what? Never mind. Forget that. Carpet is not a bad shout. In which case, maybe we go for... Let me have a look at some wool here. Show me the wool. let's think. What do we go for? Maybe pink's too bright. How about bricks? Is there... Do you know what? Wait, what? Because I'm going to try and keep it in keeping with the rest of the theme. So it's going to be like that sort of white-pink. That... I don't hate that. I think that looks kind of okay. How about bricks? Bricks, maybe. I'm trying to see if there's a shot of the elevator, but why? I mean, why would they show us the floor of the lift, right? It's worth a look, though. Yeah, it's just like an old-timey elevator, so it's... Yeah, like, I don't hate that. It's got a kind of, like, faded red carpet look to it. I think I could probably get away with that for the time being. Oh, I hear spooders. So now I've got that in place. Now it's actually beginning to move into the quartz. Quartz could work. Like the quartz is a kind of, it's kind of dirty. In a way, it's got a bit of like, it's got a bit of browny beige to its edges, so quartz could work as well. Oh, nice try. God, they're all coming for me now. Let's the brick type. Oh yeah, there are quartz bricks, aren't there? You know, I think the smooth ones might actually suit our needs better here. I'm gonna go for the smooth quartz, I think. Oh, well, No, I'm not. Purely because I can't remember how to make it. I think you have to smelt it. Because I can't remember how to make it, we'll do it this way instead. So there you go. Oh, you can't rotate the bricks, though. Never mind, we've made it now. So we've got the cross one there, or the... Okay, and it's always that one as well. Okay, whatever. I can get on board with that. So now we have the actual room when they come out of the elevator. So, bring me up the picture again. So, the room itself has a mezzanine level to it. Maybe glazed terracotta? I have no idea what the types are for that. That's something, the black one does have red in it. I will, if it's going to be glazed terracotta, I'll need to look that up myself. To, because I don't know what the glazed terracotta types are. So, I'll look that up and maybe kind of implement that off camera. I'm going to make the ceiling one higher. And we will come up with a different light source. We probably just put some shroom light in here. Do it that way. That'll do. Yes. See, that looks more like it's an actual... Yeah. That's cool. So, the mezzanine. I think what we're gonna need to do is the elevator itself is in the room. I don't really want the walls to connect up to it, so we're going to have to bring the back wall of the room around here, and then bring the curve of the room around like that, I think. Maybe we can come in one. How much space does that give us on top? That gives us 5. That's quite a lot of space. So I think there is fine. So this will come round here. And this wall remains mostly flat up until it curves back around up here. Or something like that. Morgan dropping 10 bits. Good luck. I'll see you all later. Gonna try going live again. Fingers crossed. Good luck, Morgan. Hopefully that comes through for you. If you are able to stream, enjoy. Have fun. If not, then feel free to come back and lend a hand. So the room kind of curves back around. And then this is where it starts to slope downwards. So I think this probably comes out a little bit too far. However, it's fine. We're recreating a scale model, sort of. Oh, I didn't think of the wall because we've obviously got to cover this wall in terracotta. So this has got to come back this way one. Something like that. I think that looks better. And then it will slope down. And then it joins the main room right here. I think. Show me the picture again. Indeed it does. And then you've got the tank, which has Rocky in it, kind of raised on a stage kind of thing. Just about here, maybe? There we go. So that will curve back around to that side like that. That's absolutely fine for that to do. I haven't finished exploring this cave, but you know what? That's the cave's problem, not mine. It's the cave's fault for being too darn big and having random ravines and bits and bobs in there. If it wanted to be fully explored, it should have just been a nice small cave, but it isn't. Vibes in a blanket cocoon. Vibes in a blanket cocoon. That does sound very nice. Sounds very nice. So I think this is going to be the basic shape of our room. I'm not going to fill in like this corner that we're standing in at the moment with set, because you need a way to walk onto set, obviously. And that's basically the only reason why. I think we now need to try and get some build this up, basically. So I need to go resource gathering. I need to gather more white terracotta. 62 is not going to be anywhere near enough. And we also need to look into gathering those red nether bricks. And for that I need nether wart, which I have plenty of. That's right there. And nether bricks, which you get by cooking netherrack. Can I cook netherrack in a blast furnace? No. Okay, regular furnaces it is. I feel like I have to ask a lot of questions about how the game works. Like questions that I probably should know the answer to, about how long I've been playing. But I have many faults. I'm going to use blaze rods because I can. There you go. Cook some of those up. You can cook some of those. I need to get some more. And then we can cook some up in there as well. Because we may need a considerable amount. Ah, dang it. There you go. You can just say in there. And I need the nether wart. Let's take the information we learned last time. Let's go with the fortune hoe. So I can get as many of these as possible. Some of it's not fully matured yet, but that's just something we're going to have to make do with. Fortune should account for that, though. We should be able to make our money back, essentially. And that's a great amount of nether wart right there. I'm happy with that. Just let me replace it. The slow sound makes us walk a lot slower. It's the most irritating thing about trying to mine and harvest this stuff is that it's just slow. You have to do it manually. There's no way to automate this stuff. Never mind. Whilst we're over here... Oh, I got some nether wart in there too. Whilst we're over here, give me more of the white terracotta. I need as much as you'll be able to sell me. I hope we have an accord. I just need to wait until he's ready to sell me some more. Oh, I had... yeah. No one told me I had the bone meal on to make the white dye, so I can do it myself. Never mind. Never mind. You're going to give me some more? Yes, you are. Good lad. Thank you very much. Whilst we're over here, I guess, I'm going to see if he'll refresh his trades one more time. I think he can do it 3 times a day. So I'm just going to quickly harvest these pumpkins. Can't wait to get these into an indoor farm because mobs keep trampling my seeds. And I keep breaking them with the axe as well sometimes. But they keep breaking my seeds. And I would really love it if I didn't have to worry about that too much. Still. Can't be helped. Are you going to give me some more? No, I think we've exhausted his supply for today. Which is fine, I guess. Never mind. Let's just go back and try and do some work. This is the pinnacle of laziness. Like flying over here rather than walking. It is, however, quicker. Not today, sir. Right. Yes, give me plenty of dye to make plenty of terracotta. Thank you. So like I said, this is a mezzanine level. And it extends pretty much all the way around here. By this point it will have begun to descend. So we'll be able to get rid of some of this terracotta and reuse it elsewhere. And I think it probably begins descending around about here. And I think I want to go probably about 4 higher. So then I think that this should be acceptable to bring that down. There we go. It is a smooth slope in the movie, but in Minecraft we can't really do that. So I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. Slabs, I guess. Downside is we haven't really got any slabs that are this colour, so we'll have to improvise around that as well. On the top here is where we're going to put our trim, I think. How does it look? Show me that wide shot. Oh, it's actually... Oh, there's pale railings and no trim there. It's just the rest of the room is kind of red. Well, that changes things. That changes things. That actually makes things a little bit easier. So I think we can get some birch fences along the top here to go around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. And then it will gradually descend. Now all I need is the birch wood. There's a console on the wall over here, so we need to put a console in. And then there's also a kind of like a big door that Eddie the biker comes out of. I can't remember the colour. It's a big red door. It's a big red door. Okay. Then that's good. We can actually put some of those red bricks to use then. We'll put those on there and stuff like that. I'm liking this. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but... Yes, he says. Have I got any birch wood that I can use? Probably not enough. Jay's here. Jay's here. Oh, okay. 2 minutes. I will be there in 2 minutes, my friend. Alright, that's my signal, everybody. I'm just going to take a very quick ad break, and I will be back in a couple of moments, and we'll carry on and we'll see if we can get this a more reasonable amount finished. I will be right back. In the meantime, enjoy the music, enjoy the ads, and I'll see you in a moment. Don't go anywhere. Alright, everybody, welcome back. Hope everything's alright. I hope the advert may have been interesting to you if you've got one. Ad-free viewing is available by subscribing. Shameless shill, but whatever. That's a good point. What state is the lab going to be in? Has Eddie already busted out of the wall? So, the thing I'm working off of at the moment is when Brad and Janet first arrive. And then they step out. So, we'll have the tank on a sort of platform in the middle here. The door will be sealed up and all that sort of nonsense. So as it is first seen in the movie, I think is what we're going for. That's what I've been building off of anyway. However, having said that, it would be quite cool if there would be a way. I may have enough room in the corner to do a bit where Dr. Scott has crashed through the... and he's crashed through the wall. I might have a bit of room to do that. However, I shall think on that. I'll have a little think. Is there a good trapdoor design? Okay, or... Not really. I think we've got to stick with the birch on this one. Got to earn that dosh. You bet. Earn it where you can. Ah. So. Let's make up some fences and some gates. This is not a song with no lyrics. Pretzel rocks. There is a reason why I specify instrumentals only. That's because I don't want people talking over me. Unbelievable. So... I'm going to get these in place for the time being. Actually, I'm going to put the floor in first. Oh, this was something I didn't think of. We haven't actually got enough room here to put our farm in. So what we may have to do is just kind of have the set on top, and then maybe we'll dig out a whole heap of underneath space and we'll just put the farms underground or something like that. Because I've not really got the space here. I was going to put a load of villagers along the sides here. I guess we do kind of have the space. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Oops. Honestly, that villager back at home is going to be making so many emeralds out of me. More white terracotta? Oh, you bet. Still got to do the walls of this place. We could potentially make the floor out of a different material. But it doesn't look like it is in the movie. So I'm reluctant to do so for the time being. This is where we start descending. So what I need is a slab that is a similar-ish colour. Well, actually, we could just use an entirely different block anyway. And I may do that, actually. I may use the same stuff that we used for the roof. Just to get rid of it. I've got so much stone, and if I've got to mine out underneath to add new farms in, I'm going to have even more. That's far too many. Never mind. So... Oh no. No. So it'll be something like that, I think. What I now want to do is just make the corners a little bit wider. This is the hardest thing in this game. This takes so much concentration trying to make curves. Ugh, I don't like it. However, I think we've got it there. It's all about just trying to ensure there's enough space to get around the top. And I think that's got that covered right there. That should be okay. Something like that, maybe. It's a lot of trial and error just trying to get the curves right. I think that will do it. I might just push this back one more. I think that's got it. Oh, he's out. Okay. It's going to be so much of this back and forthing, but I'm really liking how it's coming out. Which it's not that I didn't think I would say that. It's just I'm kind of, again, like this is, I've set myself a challenge on this world, and I've not quite settled in yet. It's all an entirely new kind of building style altogether. It's a new building style altogether. It's the airplane reference. And because it's going to be so varied, we're going to be doing so many different build styles and sets and things like that. It's just going to take a little while to get used to. I do like how it's coming out. It is turning out quite nicely, but I think I've just got to try my best to put my traditional builder's hat to one side. Because this is not a traditional build. This is the magic of the movies, baby. And I do well to remember that. Of course, the downside is I've taken out all the torches, so now it's an absolute death trap in here. However, Frankenfurter's lab wasn't particularly safe anyway. Yeah, so I reckon we could put, even though this isn't really where it happens in the movie, but I reckon we could put a hole in the wall here for where Dr. Scott would crash through in his wheelchair. Because that's something that happens in that film. But I think we could get away with that. Where's that spider? Hello! Someone's got a very Sims vibe about it. I like it. Like Sim City. Alright. So now we've got a sort of rough wall shape, both for our mezzanine and for the actual wall, which is very, very good. Now just need to try and carry this along a little bit. I'm wondering if birch fences are actually the best option here. I don't think they are. I'm feeling inclined to go with quartz. To be a fraction expensive, but I do have emeralds to spare. So we could do it. I'll come back to that decision in a moment. That's very much the way I play this game. If I can't think of a way to do something, I'll just ignore the problem until I can think of a way to deal with it. However, this is really, really heading in the right direction. And I can't ask for any more than that, to be perfectly honest. I ain't gonna need any more of those for the time being, so they can stay there. Melon seeds? I've got melon seeds for you. I don't need those. All this nether wart, I don't even know if we need that now. We probably will. The hoe can stay in here. I will keep the birch, just in case this doesn't work out. However, I think it will. Let me take a quick nap. Okay, I said a quick nap. Let me sleep, please. And thank you. Somewhere I'll be able to sleep. I just wish to sleep so that I may go and do some trading. Please, I just want to sleep. IRL problems. Fine. I'm guessing then we will just have to do a little bit of monster hunting. Was it those that were keeping me awake? I highly doubt it. They seemed kind of far away. But the spider has just heard me. I heard the spider come pitter-pattering over. Oop. Hello, sir. Sit him down. Sit this one down. Skeleton's having a go now. You weren't even looking at me. Creeper can go over there. Over there. He's gone. Now this one wants a piece. Goodbye. So long. Okay, the house should be clear now, apart from this skeleton that just spawned. So you can go, creeper, out of the way. Don't! My nether wart! Hopefully I can sleep now, though. Small mercies. Excuse me, I just need to take a quick second to rebuild this patch of land. Oh, you destroyed all of my soul sand too, huh? Okay, well, I haven't got time to deal with that now. Ooh. How about this for some funk? This feels like something out of Rayman, this song. This is like Bandland or something. Okay. Terracotta. Plenty more of that, please. Quartz blocks, plenty of that. I need your quartz as well. Thanking you. You got more? Not yet. Fine. Problem is they don't refresh. I don't think they refresh their trades while I'm all the way over here, so it's going to be a bit of a laborious process until I move them all this way. But whatever. We'll just have to roll forwards with it. I've got some more. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking for the barrier. It's not quite what it is in the film. However, I think it could look quite cool. So what I'm thinking is... Oh, excuse me, sir. No, no, no. This is a closed set. Thank you. So I'm thinking upside down like this. And then we can just pop a block there. Complete those with slabs like that. Do you know what? Actually, maybe we don't even need the block there. And then we put that there. And do the same right here. And we just do this around the top instead. I think this might be quite good. Where's that creeper? I know you're here. Aha! There you are, you see? Don't try it. And note to self, when you're testing how something might look, maybe try not building it in a place that will be obscured from vision. That feels like a good option. So I want to try and get these to meet in the middle, maybe, if I can, possibly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Less than ideal, but we can make it work. And then 2 more slabs just in there. Yeah, I think this might work as a banister. They're everywhere. Still, at least we're earning back them 50 levels that I carelessly lost. Yes. The quartz does it for me. The only real problem to doing this is that we have got a lot of mob proofing to do to make sure that this place is safe and that we're not going to get blown up if we ever come in to use our farms. I saw him pop into existence. See, it's one thing if they're going to spawn whilst I'm not here. It's something else if they're going to do so literally right under my nose. I'm watching that spot. I don't think I ain't. I see over there. Oh! Maybe we need to get a second point of entry up to the top here. Having said that, in theory, we don't actually need to come up here unless we put something up here, so maybe we don't. Something a little bit like that. Yes. Yes, yes. affirmative. So those will be 2 stairs, 2 stairs, 2 stairs. And then over here is perhaps somewhat of a dilemma. Because it's level, you see, so maybe we can pop the... Actually, no, I don't think there's a railing on the slope down. There isn't a railing on the slope down. Oh, well, that's fine then. That's fine. So we can just pop the last... Right, yeah, okay. Don't worry, everyone. I've got it in hand. We are nearly, more or less, part way done. Oh, put those in the wrong place. That's where they go. And that one sits there. Get rid of those, and then I've got one more just to pop in there. Yeah, I reckon so. I reckon so. I think. See, I would like to put more shape. I want more shape, but there isn't that shape there, so I need to... It's a flaw in myself. I need to go, relax. It looks fine the way it is. It's fine. It's fine. Right. Now I want to get the stage that the tank is on. And this doesn't have a trim either. I presumed that there was... Well, I thought there was a red trim around pretty much every surface in here, but it would seem that that is not the case. So, the stage with Rocky's tank on it would initially be right at the bottom of the slope here. But I think I'm going to take a little bit of artistic license and set it in a little bit. Like around here, maybe? Oh, but I've got the console, like the console and the door that I need to put in there. Or at the very least, the door to Eddie's freezer. So, can't really take too much creative license on this one. Maybe something like that. I reckon we could get a glass tank on this space right here. I think that's probably big enough. I could save myself some terracotta as well here if I'm smart. Take out all of this right here. I can reclaim this, because that will all be covered up by the stage. I am nothing if not efficient with my resources. Or at the very least I try to be. Whether or not I succeed oftentimes remains to be seen. Now if I could just not let them despawn, that would be great. Thank you. Only 3? I guess I must have picked the rest up. I need more. Hydration and posture. Good idea. Now, I do want to put a trim around the stage here. And annoyingly, I think that's got to be the crimson wood. So I've got to go back and pick that up. And then I do want a different floor for the rest of the room. And I'm going to suggest something mad. Possibly. I think snow for the floor. And it's not mad because it's snow. I think this is the thing. I watched a video recently and they said this in the video. And I think it's very, very true when it comes to this game, is that it's important to look beyond what the block is and focus on its shape and its texture. So obviously building a floor out of snow makes snow sense. But if you can look beyond the fact that it's snow and instead focus on the colour of it. So for instance, so here's a snow block. Yes, it's snow, but it's white. It's got this nice little blue tinge in there as well. And I think it might sit next to the white terracotta quite nicely. The only downside is it's a bit of a pain to try and collect. I might put a silk touch on this shovel. That'll make things easier for sure. I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. Let's go wild. How do I do it? With the anvil, of course. Oh, I haven't got enough levels. Okay, well, we will go and do that at some point. But yeah, I think the snow will look quite nice against the white terracotta. So I'm going to go and get some snow. And we're going to do that whilst my stonemasons are refreshing their trades. Is this snow going to be near enough? I think it should be. Oh! Oh no! I'm alive. So the problem with gathering snow without silk touch is that you've got to gather up the snowballs. And then... Actually, this wouldn't help with... Silk touch wouldn't help anyway, because then I'll just be digging up snow layers, not snow blocks. So, we maybe need to build a snow golem farm to maybe make this a little bit less painful. So let's give that a try. Oh, my wings didn't activate. I got complacent. So, a snow golem farm. Snow golem. How does one build a snow golem farm? Can I build those anywhere, or do snow golems melt if I put them anywhere other than snowy biomes? It's a good question, Nick. I know it is. That's why I asked it. Let's see what we can do. So, let's do a tester. Are you going to melt? He seems fine, but he doesn't lay snow. Okay, so snow golems don't melt, but they just don't put down snow. Well, that's gonna throw a spanner in. So I need to go to a cold biome, or at least high up. And then we can try and build one here instead. Okay, there he is. Ah, he's laid some snow down for me. Perfect. And then... oh, so much better. This is how you farm snow. Oh, so much better. So much better. What do you mean hacks? He's fine. Snow golems create snow underneath them. He's making snow underneath him. I'm digging it up. There's no hacks here. This is intentional game design. This is how we do it. See, look at that. I've got a full inventory's worth of snow, more or less, already. Do you know how long we'd be sat here trying to dig up snow from the ground when it's rested on dirt? I'd be here forever, because for every dirt block I dig up, I'd have to put it back down again. At least this way, it's a much less of a pain. Especially with the auto-crafter open as well. This is the life. Is it interesting? No. But, is it getting the job done? Yes! Is that going to be enough? I doubt it. Always do more than you need, just in case. How much is that? Okay, we can get a couple more. 10, 13, 14, 15, 60. There we go. Make me one more load of blocks. We'll do that much for now. The sun is rising, the birds are singing, and everything is just wonderful. Gonna grab some more of that beautiful white terracotta and quartz as well from our men here. And then we'll go back and put on the finishing touches for this evening. We've got about 20 minutes left. Will you fix my shovel whilst we're here? He certainly will, thank you. Some quartz from you as well, good man. Lovely, thank you. It's a shame I can't buy quartz in like significant amounts. He'll only sell me whatever it is, 12 or something a turn. And that's not enough, sir. It's not enough. I need some white quartz on a industrial scale. And I don't want to make it myself because that's using my own resources. I'd much rather have the farmer do it where he can just spawn them in infinitely. I will, however, keep on replenishing my emerald supply from these chaps. Thank you. Because I think I get more emeralds out of them than I pay to the villagers up here for my quartz and terracotta. Refresh your trades, boys! Ugh. Anything I can leave behind. I don't need that silk touch book. We're not gonna do that now. I don't need that anymore. that's kind of it. I've got some more clay. We can make more terracotta. I'm gonna leave the nether wart behind for now, because we don't need it right this moment. Maybe now? Hey, thank you. And some more of that as well, thank you. And I will take some of that. You made a noise. Is that refresh? It's refreshed again! Genius, thank you. Can I have some more from you too? You haven't refreshed though. Okay, well... Oh, you made the noise. Did you just refresh? You didn't. You did though. More quartz, always appreciated. Thank you guys. Have a good day. See you later. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Don't forget to leave a review on TripAdvisor. Thank you. Alright. I've got an extra pair of shears that I don't need now as well. Great. Onwards. Let's bring this to a little bit more of a state of completion. Oh my. A lot of badness in here that I don't want to deal with. I didn't pick up any of the redwood! You didn't remind me. You may not have known you were supposed to, which is fine. It's okay, don't worry, we'll get some more. Mostly because I think we're going to need a lot more snow. Darn it. As I said, always get more than you need, and this is why. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, class? Okay. Is it sensible, punching out all the lights like this? Nope. Are we doing it anyway? Oh yeah! There may be trouble ahead. I'm out of room for dirt. I've got 2 double chests full of dirt and a shulker box now as well. It's too much dirt. Alright, well look, let's try and put some of this snow down and see what we can do. The place is, of course, understandably, riddled with monsters now. And by riddled with monsters, I mean there is one solitary creeper in the studio. There's a creeper on the stage. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. You watch, this won't even go now, but whatever. It's not awful. We might be able to mix some white concrete in here just to kind of break up the texture a little bit. I think I may do that. Okay, yeah, that was a pathetic amount of snow. Didn't you know it? That's fine, that's fine. Okay, more snow, redwood, white concrete, and we should be good. Probably should have put snow in front of the door first so that getting out of the soundstage was easier. You live and you learn. Got all this clay right here. We put the clay in the furnace so that we can start turning that into terracotta. Let's go get the redwood. Let's go get some more snow. Redwood! Redwood. Redwood? Redwood. Redwood. Redwood? Would she? She would. Oh. Did I not have any already? Yes, I thought I had some pre-made into planks. All these pumpkin seeds as well. Don't need them. Also, again, replenishing our supplies of the blocks that we're burning through right now. Quartz and terracotta. Gentlemen, hello again. 'Tis I. You know it. Thank you. Thank you. And from you? Yes. Pleasure doing business, guys. As always, catch you in a moment. All these extra pumpkin seeds, you know what you do with them? You just put them in there. We don't care about that. Oh, just above the clouds as we come descending in to our little snow angel up here. Hello. Oh, perfect. The perfect vantage point. This is my snow mining position. Apparently. It makes no difference, but it just looks funnier. Oh, snowman bits! Yes, I'll take some of those. Thank you. I just saw that, like, it came up on the overlay as "Cheer-wah! Cheer-wah!" or something like that, rather than the emotes, which is odd. I thought it normally came up with the emotes, but apparently not. I think the problem is I thought that the snowballs made more blocks than they actually did. And so I just didn't foresee, didn't plan, didn't look ahead. That's the problem. Prepare to fail, fail to plan. No, what is it? Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Proper preparation prevents pretty poor performance, and all that sort of stuff, right? I know what the phrase actually is. It's just we don't use those words in this house. Snow's expensive. It sure is. Mostly through time. It's just a significant time expenditure. This is okay. Note to self: don't make the floor out of snow anymore. Okay, another 2 stacks of snow. That should be enough. I know I said that last time, but that should be enough. If you fail to prepare, you should prepare to fail. That's the one. Don't suppose I can get one more round in, guys, before you close? Nah. Alright, fine. See you in the morning. Actually, you know what? No, I won't. I don't have a shopping problem. I don't need to see them in the morning. Because I have got the terracotta cooking over at the soundstage. Lovely. Okay, this time I'm going to learn my lesson and put the snow in here. Not today. I've already done all the digging. Thank you, though, but I have already finished it. Oh, it's still not going to be enough, is it? But whatever. There's only so many times you can watch me shovel snow on stream. Shouldn't have to be subjected to that too frequently. So I'll take care of the rest another time. Don't you worry about that. What we should also look at is how to light this place as well. That's going to be a big consideration. What would be really cool at some point is if we could make it so that the iron door actually functions. So that through a heap of redstone magic we can get the door to actually slide up or down. How do you do that, you ask? Good question. Couldn't tell you. However, maybe it's possible. To add some floor texture, you could hide lights under white carpet. We can do that. And that's what I may do, is I may just mix in some white wool and some white concrete. Because that's what I've done with the road out here, is by using black wool as part of the road texture, it doesn't look so weird when you then have a carpet hiding some light. So I may very well do the same in here with, like you say, white wool and white carpet. And then the concrete as well, just to break it up and make things a little bit more textured in here. Then we're going for Crimson Stairs for the trim. That's going to go around the bottom of the stage. 16 should be enough. However, I've said that about the snow twice and been wrong both times. Six more. Hey. How many does that do me for? That should do me for enough. Yeah. There we go. Alright, we got that in there at last. And that pretty much brings us around to the end of the stream, more or less. It's a few minutes to 10. As you know, we stop at 10 PM. And so far, I like this room. Progress has been a little bit slow today. I apologise for that. We did waste a lot of time earlier with them golf carts. Realistically, there's no reason that this couldn't have been finished today. So, apologies for the slow progress on this. However, I think it's come together quite nicely. I love the elevator. The elevator is my favourite part of this room so far. So Brad and Janet come up the elevator, step out. We'll put a glass tank here for Rocky. And I've got a great idea. If the walls, like with the iron bars, if the walls connect to glass, then we can use some of those red brick walls that we've been preparing to make and the glass to make the tank look close to how it does in the film. We'll finish doing the floor. We've got the mezzanine that goes up. If I can, I'll put the hole in the wall here that Dr. Scott crashes through. And then the console can fit in here, and then we'll get Eddie's freezer just here as well. I think that I really like it. I really like it. And I'm going to get rid of the snow here, I think, as well. Like I said, this corner here is kind of backstage area, so we don't necessarily need to worry about making it decorated the same as the set here. If we had a camera positioned here, once the walls are built up, you wouldn't even know. So I could save a bit of snow just by changing this area to what it's going to look like backstage. But I'll think about that on my own time. I like it. I like how this room is progressing. Hopefully, by the next One More Block episodes, this should be completed. I may spend the next episode doing that. We shall see. Episodes of which can be found right here And indeed, right here. Alright, fantastic. Let's get out of there. We don't need to do any more of that. Let's go and see if Morgan managed to figure things out. It looks like he has. Let's go and say hello and see what's up. Everybody, as always, thank you very much for coming and hanging out this evening, for dropping bits when I've died and all the rest of it. Very much appreciated, as always. We will be back tomorrow with Spyro, I believe. A couple more there. Thank you so very much. Yeah, oh gosh, nearly pulled my earbuds out. We're back tomorrow with Spyro, I think is what I'm doing tomorrow. And then Ukulele the day after, which I think has got maybe 2 more streams in it. I think Ukulele this week we could finish tidying up all the bits that we need to get, and then the stream afterwards I reckon we could actually finish it. And then on Friday this week we have got Portal 2, the beginning of Portal 2, in readiness for our Portal Reloaded mod in April. Anyways, I'll hopefully see you all tomorrow. Let's begin this raid. Everybody, see you all soon. Take care. Have a good day tomorrow. Good night, goodbye, good afternoon, good morning, blah, 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 blah. See you then. Bye-bye.